I was rushing for the train to get to Nottingham from St Pancras, and this man was running alongside me, shouting at me, and I was really ignoring him. I wanted to get on. And he was obviously quite confused, but he'd recognized me, and he said, "You gave birth to me." Now, of course, that sounds like a male pregnancy. Of course, what he meant, he was so surprised to see me, he meant that I'd delivered him, basically. And apparently I'd delivered him in 1973. The extraordinary thing is that you can be a very unknown doctor in a tiny village or in a big town or in a remote part of the world, but what you do, what opportunity you have, means that you completely change somebody's life. And you can change people's lives without being famous, without being particularly clever, without being somebody who you'd notice in the street or on a station platform. But actually that's what you do in medicine. You change people's lives in a privileged way that nobody else can do. That's why it's so rewarding. You have a chance of learning about life and other people's lives as well as your own life in a way which is quite unique. I don't know of any other profession where you can do that. You're going into medicine at a time when certainly in this country, and indeed in most civilized countries, medicine is under considerable pressure. And being a person who's prepared to be kind and helpful and unhurried and calm is really one of the most difficult areas of medicine. There's one gesture I would like you to remember from me. The gesture that I suggest that you never use in front of a patient. This is the gesture. When you're with a person who's feeling unwell, you give them all the time that they need. And if you are under pressure for time, you mustn't show it.
What does it take to innovate, communicate, and inspire change as you have done?
I think just being honest, okay, and being open-minded, and getting things wrong, taking risks. Science is done by people like you and people like me, who are ordinary people, who are not particularly bright, but not totally unintelligent, but are prepared to work collaboratively with other people. What I think I'm trying to say to you, all of you in this room, is that human values are amongst the most important aspect of medical practice. I hope that's been helpful. Thank you for listening to me.
I just thought it was like one of the best things I've ever been on. I was so inspired and I was just like, I got a bit emotional because I really, really want to be a doctor, and it's just like confirmed that for me.